Very dear students, today we shall be talking about one very famous novel by Don DeLillo. The title of the novel is going to be White Noise, and it is altogether or mostly about the ecological issues. So that is why here in this video we shall be discussing ecological catastrophe and environmental fear in order to understand the gist of this novel. And therefore, let us proceed further and try to understand what possibly we can have in this novel. The very first thing is about the author and the context of the novel. As everybody knows that Don DeLillo is an American postmodern novelist, and so in the 21st century, the issue of ecology, environment, and the natural resources and the predicament which is waiting for mankind has become very much important. That is why in that context the novel was written, and the author published this novel in 1985. It's a type of Cold War that is going on between anxiety and the consumer culture. On the one hand, we have popularized consumer culture that more things may be produced than ever, more things should be wasted than ever, and in that way, consumer culture developed. But people are now facing the anxiety of the ecological system, and as a result, we have the rise of ecological consciousness as well. And this is something which possibly is one of the postmodernist aspects or the kind of characteristics of postmodernism, but only in 21st century when the realization of ecology has come forward. So that is the most important thing in this novel, and that is why we shall be throwing a little bit of light on that. Dear students, let us check out some of the philosophical opinion about that, because always when we talk of certain things happening around us which can impact our life, philosophical opinion becomes more important. First of all, regarding this novel, Rich Beck's opinion, risk society is very much important. He says that when environmental things happen, at that time the risk of survival, the risk of feeding, risk of living becomes more important. As a whole, fear is created, and that fear makes the whole society risk society. Timothy Morton says that we are surrounded by the hyper objects, as for example in postmodern theory, simulacra or hyper reality theory is available, and accordingly, the objects which do not exist physically but are only abstractedly present can be termed as the hyper objects. And Freud's theory of anxiety and death drive is more important here, because the whole society of today is suffering from some kind of anxiety and fear, and they have one of the major fears that death would come to them, and in order to avoid that they would try to save themselves in every way whatever they can. And then eco-criticism and postmodernism are the hallmarks of this society, that as the environment is becoming more and more damaged, and the established norms and truths of environment are decreasing or finishing or altering themselves, that is why these two things also become more important. As far as eco-criticism is concerned, this novel goes to portray lots of things about this eco-criticism. For example, it goes to talk about one airborne toxic event as central disaster. When we read the novel begins with the disaster which has happened, and the people are gathering, collecting themselves, and are fearful because of one airborne toxic event. And that toxicity which is available there, that brings a lot of invisible and pervasive threats to the life of human being, to the survival of human being, to the foods, and to the other eatable materials, and many things which possibly normal life does not have in this type of life which is under the umbrella or the shadow of airborne toxic events. That makes it difficult, and that is why we are going to understand that science, which was invented or which helped invent a number of things for the safety of human life, now that human life has become uncertain even if this scientific invention is available. Because of that, one is able to see that there is all the time a comparison going on between reality and unreality. These two things constantly appear in this novel. And because of these two things, environmental fear becomes the centermost figure in this novel. We begin to feel that there is one big fear of the contamination, which can occur at any moment. For example, every character in this novel is thinking about the contamination of water, contamination of drugs, contamination of other air that can become problematic for them. And so there are two dangers now, psychological danger as well as physical danger. The air is not good, that is the physical danger. But because of that, one can become under troubles, one can feel sad and bad also, that becomes psychological. These two fears are also of the hallmarks of that society. And media is constantly doing something because of which this fear appears to be magnified or amplified. And that is not trying to reduce it, rather it is telecasting the information in such a way that more and more fear is generated. And so dread or the fear has become the part and parcel of the human life. So we can say that there is an existential crisis which are related to the fear thing in the society. That technology now becomes important here, technology which can save our life. For example, not only technology is helpful, but it also does something which creates disasters. Well, let us take the atomic energy, that is very beneficial, of course, but that same atomic energy can cause a lot of troubles as well. So science and technology help generate some facility for us, but it equally generates something as a consequence which can be harmful to the human society. And therefore, simulation and logic is available everywhere. We are unable to keep on with the physical realities. We begin living in the media toned realities which are not realities actually. And so our dependence increases with the passage of time on the data systems, and human agency, the human voice, the human understanding of the problems, that begins to decrease as we begin to depend more and more on science, technology, and the machines. Alongside that, a lot of things happen, and one of these things is the consumerism. By consumerism, we mean that number of things will be produced, extraordinary number of things will be produced, and because of their production, definitely ecology will be in trouble. Because everything in this life uses the sources of the earth. For example, supermarkets as symbolic space. We can see that supermarkets are flooding with the production, and that production has come from factories. And these factories run on the sources of the earth. The more the sources are used, the more ecology will be in trouble. Consumption mass ecological crisis. When we feel happy by consuming these things, we feel that our happiness has increased, and because of that, the benefit goes to capitalist and environmental degradation happens there. So in both cases, waste culture is developed because we want to get rid of the old things and want to buy the new things which are more efficient, technologically advanced, and convey more comfort. And so in that way, the whole system is trapped within the sadness of ecology and psychology of human being. But then there would be the matter of representation, the usage of language, which comes under the instruments of such, factories or such capitalists or such people who get benefit out of that. And so failure of language to capture catastrophe. The things are not described when catastrophe is there at that time, the language fails to describe them. But when catastrophe is not there at that time, language is used as if catastrophe is there. So the language is also unable to play its own role. Technical jargons versus human emotion. Some of the techniques and terms have been invented in language because of which an ordinary or artificial satisfaction would be there, but the human emotions are eroded because of that. Narratives are also in fragmentation, they are not in continuity or linearity, they are in fragmentation. And so mediated reality is present everywhere. It is not the reality, physical reality, but the mediated reality which is there. Because of all these things, human life has become not so good but so bad. And because of this badness, the even worse thing is that we do not realize it. Because of the capitalistic working, because of the mediatization, and because of the false fears also. So ultimately, we will be able to see that in the society depicted in this novel, The White Noise by Don DeLillo, there is the death, which is impending everywhere, and the people are more fearful of dying. Fear is there, and the ecology is damaged. So there is a link between ecological crisis and mortality. One can say that our life is now connected with the better ecology. If ecology is not good, the mortality would increase. That is why in this novel, Jack Ladney's fear of death is again and again repeated. Toxicity is used as a metaphor because this happens again and again. That toxicity, wherever it will be the indication of death also. And then philosophical implications of these things are there, that the human life will not be same as it has been. It will be suffering from the fears. We can therefore conclude that White Noise as a novel is the ecological warning. The writers tried to create a scene before us that such a thing can happen if the human beings do not try to recover themselves. So that is why the novel becomes a critique of modern risk society, and it is very much relevant to the contemporary climate crisis. And so it suggests us the need for critical ecological awareness. The novel performs all these things very well. It is up to us how much serious we take it and how much we are able to take it seriously, that we are oscillating between these two situations. So dear students, hope to see you in some next video. So far, a little bit of understanding is developed with reference to this novel. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If yes, do not fail to hit the subscribe as well as the like button. You can put some questions or some comments also on this video. I will try to answer as much as I could. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in some next video.